Hi everyone, my name is Brooke Gold and I will be giving a presentation on toilet training. Let's get started. So for our presentation today, I will be going over an introduction on toilet training. We will discuss how to arrange the bathroom for successes, and we're going to discuss flooding. After that, we are going to break down toilet training into all of its steps, data collection, moving up and down on times, and when to know that you are officially done with toilet training. Then we're going to move on to boys and toilet training, and we're going to end our slideshow with bowel movements and wiping. So before anyone begins toilet training, we need to make sure that both the child and parents are ready for toilet training. Specifically for the parents, you will be devoting a significant amount of time and energy for toilet training. If you are not ready for toilet training, it will be best for you to start at a later time. Now, for the kiddos, it can be hard sometimes to know truly if they're ready for toilet training. Here are a couple of indicators that your child is ready for toilet training. One, does the child notice changes in diaper condition? Do they know or do they feel when their diaper is wet or dirty versus when it's clean? Another indicator that your child is ready for toilet training is that your kiddo is showing interest in self-care and toiletry. That means that they are interested in going into the bathroom, exploring the bathroom. They may be asking questions about how other people in the house use the bathroom, or they may be interested in other self-care routines, such as brushing their hair or brushing their teeth. Another great indicator that your kiddo is ready for toilet training is that they're able to get to and from the bathroom on their own. Now, it doesn't matter if they are walking, crawling, or using some type of mobility device. The kiddo needs to be able to get to and from the bathroom on their own. If the kiddo is not able to get to and from the bathroom, then it may not be the best time to begin toilet training. Another indicator is that your kiddo is able to sit for several minutes at a time. For toilet training, it does require several trips to the bathroom, sitting on the toilet for several minutes at a time. And if your kiddo is not ready to sit still for a couple minutes, then maybe it's not the best time for toilet training. Another thing is that you need to make sure that your kiddo is having consistent voids and bowel movements. Now, with consistency, it doesn't have to be that your kiddo uses the bathroom at 2 p.m. every day on the clock. It just means that your kiddo has consistent voids within a window of time that you can actively and reliably predict when they are going to use the bathroom. Now, if there are any medical conditions that are causing bowel movements to be very rare, or voids are inconsistent, or any combination of the two, then you need to rule out those medical conditions before beginning toilet training. Okay, now we're going to talk about why toilet training is so important. So for starters, toilet training is an important step in personal independence. It increases the child's independence, and it also allows the parents to save time and save money. When your kiddo is not toilet trained, you as a parent are required to do everything for your kiddo when it comes to toileting. That means taking them to and from the bathroom. That means changing their diapers. That means wiping them after every movement. That includes cleaning up if there's an accident in another room. That takes up a lot of your time as a parent. Another thing is diapers are expensive. As you continuously have to use diapers and keep toilet training from beginning, you're constantly using more and more money to afford and use those diapers, which are just voided and pooped on, and then you have to replace them. Now, another thing is that whenever your kiddo is toilet trained and they are independent in using the bathroom, it opens the door for both social and personal opportunities. So specifically, schools and care programs, meaning like daycares, aftercares, weekend care, anything along those lines, they can deny you services because your kiddo is not toilet trained. Even though your kiddo has an autism diagnosis, that doesn't mean that they can go to every school and every care program without being toilet trained. It is up to the company to allow or deny you based on your toilet training status. Another thing for kiddos who are toilet trained, that opens the doors for social outings. They are able to go to different locations and use different bathrooms. They are able to go and be around people knowing that they can get themselves to and from the bathroom in order to use the bathroom. Another great thing whenever your kiddo is independent toileting is that increases their confidence to try other daily living skills. Toilet training is very hard. It is very time consuming. But once they're able to master that, then they're able to work on other programs such as getting themselves dressed in the morning, taking a shower on their own, brushing their teeth. It really does give them the confidence to try newer and harder things. And one thing I want you guys to think about is I want you guys to think about the kiddos or the individuals who do not get toilet trained or get toilet trained later in life. It does cause a lot of difficulties for both the parents and the individuals who are not toilet trained. All right, now we're going to start talking about arranging the bathroom to promote successes in the bathroom. So to get started, you do need a list of simple materials. One of the things that you need is you're going to need a cushioned toilet seat. The reason you need a cushioned toilet seat is to make the sitting process and being on the toilet for several minutes at a time more pleasant for your kiddo. If your kiddo is not comfortable on that hard, bony seat, then they're not going to want to sit with you for several minutes out of the day to try toilet training. Another thing that you're going to need is a footstool or ladder or some type of way for your kiddo to get onto the toilet on their own. The reason that we want our kiddos to get on the toilet on their own is so that they can be as independent as possible with toilet training. If they don't have a way to get up and down from the toilet, then that is going to require you as a parent to be there to get them on and off the toilet. So another thing that you guys need is you're going to need a towel or a blanket to lay over your child's lap. The reason why this is so important is by having the towel or blanket over the child's lap, it mimics the feeling of them wearing a diaper. Remember, your kiddo has been in a diaper since birth. Taking away that comfort, taking away that sensation that they have been feeling since birth, that can be a huge detriment to their toileting process because they're uncomfortable because they don't have that security blanket, which is the diaper that they are so used to wearing. So simply lay a towel or blanket over their lap to mimic that same feeling. Another thing that you're going to want in the bathroom is you're going to want a designated basket of toys and items for the kiddo to play with in the bathroom. These items can be anything that your kiddo already plays with. They could be special items specifically to encourage toilet training, whatever works for you and your family. Lastly, specifically for the parents, make sure you guys have cleaning supplies and clean clothes readily available in the bathroom. You guys are going to be spending a lot of time in the bathroom and accidents are going to happen. It will make your toilet training process so much easier if you already have your cleaning supplies and clean clothes at the ready. Now, we're going to talk about further things to continue to arrange the bathroom to benefit your kiddo in toilet training. So what I tell all my parents is to use a real toilet for toilet training. The reason I want you guys to use a real toilet is because it eliminates an extra step of having to teach your kid to use the toilet on one of those cute play toilets. They can learn all of that on the play toilet, but now they have to learn it all again on the real toilet. If you start with a real toilet, you can completely eliminate that step and make toilet training as quick and easy as possible for everyone involved. And as I mentioned earlier, make sure you have that basket of toys and items that are used for toilet training. Make sure they are specifically used in the bathroom for toilet training. So whatever balls you keep in that bin, make sure they stay in the bathroom. Your kiddo can have other balls in other parts of the house, but the balls that are in the bathroom bin are specifically in there for toilet training. Now, most importantly, you need to select a reward for when your child successfully uses the toilet. This item should only be accessed when the child uses the bathroom. They cannot have access to it at any other point during the day. This item needs to be something that is their most favorite thing in the world. It could be their most favorite toy. It could be their most favorite drink or their most favorite food. It doesn't matter what the item is. You just need to ensure that it is the favorite thing for your kiddo. Toilet training is hard. If you don't have a reward for your child when they use the bathroom, it's going to make toilet training a lot harder. Reward them for all of their hard work by something very special that they only get when they go to the bathroom on the toilet. And again, parents, please have cleaning supplies and clean clothes both for you and your child in the bathroom ready for toilet training. Alrighty, next we're going to start talking about flooding. So flooding is essentially just increasing liquids throughout the day to increase opportunities for toilet training. Flooding can be used with any type of liquid you want. It can be water, it can be milk, it can be juice, it can be soda. The liquid doesn't matter. The important part is that you are increasing liquids during the toilet training intervals. What I mean by that is if you know that you're going to toilet train your kiddo between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock every day, at 4 o'clock, start increasing their liquids. End their increased liquids at 6 o'clock. Only use flooding during time intervals where you are toilet training. You don't want your kiddo to be flooded from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because that's going to increase their accidents throughout the day. Only use flooding during toilet training times. Now, to keep yourself on track and to make sure you are increasing fluids with your kiddo, try using a timer. Have a timer set for 1 minute. At every 1 minute interval, have your child take a sip of liquid. That will increase their natural drinking and their intake of fluids, so that way they will use the bathroom more often. Another option is to allow salty snacks to increase the natural desire to drink liquids. Those salty snacks could be chips, it could be veggie straws, it could be anything that has a naturally higher salty content, so that way they are going to be encouraged to drink liquid to get rid of that salty sensation. Whatever you guys use, just make sure that you guys are flooding your child to increase opportunities for success with toilet training. Next, we're going to be talking about the toilet training intervals. So everyone will be starting toilet training at 10 minutes. And the intervals go up by 5 minutes. The reason I chose to have our intervals go up by 5 minutes, it's because it's a mild increase in time. With 5 minutes, the kiddo only has to go from 10 minutes to 15 minutes, which is a very short amount of time, which will hopefully increase their success. If you were to jump from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, that's a huge jump for your kiddo, and it may be hard for them to adjust between 10 minutes and 30 minutes because it's a 20-minute difference. However, if you keep it at 5-minute intervals, it's a very subtle change, and that should encourage your kiddo to move on to the next step without being overwhelmed and without increasing any accidents. And ideally, with any type of toileting program or any type of program where you are increasing time, having a gradual increase is always better. Specifically with toilet training, we're going to start at 10 minutes, and we're going to consider toilet training done at 1.5 hours. All right, so now we're going to break down the toilet training teaching steps. Step 1 is to set a timer for the current toilet training step. Everyone will begin toilet training at 10 minutes, so set your timer for 10 minutes. At the halfway mark, which for 10 minutes will be 5 minutes, complete a dry pants check. What I mean by dry pants check is I just want you to pat around your kiddo's bottom and make sure that they are dry. If they are dry, provide praise and attention by saying, "Great job, you're still dry," or anything along those lines. If they are wet, at the halfway mark, say in a stern voice, "We pee and potty," and immediately take them to the bathroom. If they are wet and you have to immediately take them to the bathroom, you are going to continue with step 4 through 5, 6, and 7. However, step 3, if your kiddo stayed dry at step 2, The timer will go off and you are going to say, time to go potty, or whatever phrase you would like to use in your family. So if that means let's go to the bathroom or time to go to the bathroom, whatever works for you and your family, use it. But make sure the phrase is short and simple so your kiddo understands what is happening. So again, when timer goes off, say time to go potty and walk to the bathroom. Ideally, if your child is able, try to have your child repeat what you said or say something similar. So they could say potty, I want potty, potty time, or anything else. It's not the most important thing, but it definitely will help your kiddo connect the dot between the feeling of needing to use the bathroom, asking for the bathroom, and then being given the opportunity to go to the bathroom. It's not required, but it's definitely a great learning opportunity for your kiddo. Now, step 4, when you're in the bathroom, you're going to sit your child on the toilet for 3 to 5 minutes. Again, it's a short amount of time because we want to keep the bathroom as fun as possible. If I were to have you have your kiddo sit on the toilet for 10 minutes, that's a long time. Your kiddo is going to get bored in the bathroom, even with that bucket of toys that you left in the bathroom. 10 minutes is a long time, so I have it shortened down to 3 to 5 minutes for every time you go to the bathroom. Again, you choose what works best for you. If 3 minutes works best for you, great, use 3 minutes. If 4.5 minutes works best for you and your child, great, use 4.5 minutes. But choose a time between 3 and 5 minutes for them to sit on the toilet. While they are sitting on the toilet, they can have access to that basket of toys and items in the bathroom. However, they are not allowed to access the reward unless they successfully pee or poop in the potty. Now, for kiddos whose reward is an iPad or a video or something along those lines, what you can do is you as the adult can hold the iPad and you can let them watch the videos. However, they're not able to touch the iPad. Whenever they successfully pee or poop on the potty, then you can give the child the iPad so the child has full control over the iPad for a couple of minutes. All right, so your child is sitting for 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're moving on to step 5. If your child uses the toilet, praise and reward them. You want to throw them a huge party because going to the bathroom is a huge step in working towards their independence. When they use the bathroom, give them everything you can possibly give them to encourage them using the bathroom again in the future. Now, if your child does not use the toilet, that's okay. Just say, remember, we go pee and potty. They're not in trouble for not using the bathroom. You just want to remind them of what your expectations are. And now, if they use the bathroom or if they didn't use the bathroom, reset your timer back to 10 minutes and do it again when your timer goes off. All right, so now we're going to start talking about whether you need to increase or decrease your time when it comes to toilet training. So if your kiddo has 3 consecutive successes or dry intervals, meaning that there were no accidents within the last 3 time intervals, then you're going to move to the next time interval, meaning you're going to go up by 5 minutes. So let's break this down. If you are starting at 10 minutes and the first trial of 10 minutes, your kiddo is dry, great, that's 1 trial. If in the next 10 minutes, your kiddo uses the bathroom, great, they used the bathroom, they had a success, so that is 2 trials where they either were dry or they had a success. Now, in the next 10-minute trial, if they have another success, awesome, you have met the criteria to move up in time. You have 3 consecutive sessions or trials where your kiddo was successful or dry, so move up in time by 5 minutes. What I tell all my parents to do is to utilize the toilet training sheet, which we will discuss on the next slide, to stay on track. You don't want to be on your 3rd trial and not know if you need to go up or down because you didn't keep track. Stay on track so your kiddo can continuously progress. Get out of toilet training as quickly as possible so you guys don't have to do all the data collection. Okay, and for any day other than the first day, you're going to start the next day. So today is Friday. Your Saturday session, you're going to start that time interval based on the time that you ended at on Friday. So for example, On Friday, you ended at 35 minutes. That means Saturday, you're going to start at 35 minutes. Okay, so this is how you go up in time. Now we need to discuss if you need to go back in time. So if your child has 3 consecutive accidents, you're going to move back to the previous time interval. Meaning, if your kiddo is at 35 minutes and then has 3 accidents back to back to back, you're going to move down to 30 minutes. Again, utilize the toilet training sheets to stay on track. Now, just some reminders. If your kiddo stays on a current time interval for a few days, that is okay. They are getting comfortable in that phase and they will move on when they are ready. If your child increases or decreases, that's okay. Every toilet training opportunity and every toilet training experience is going to look different. It's okay. As long as your kiddo is making progress, that is all that matters. Toilet training is not going to be a straight line from start to finish. There will be some ups and there will be some downs. The important part is that you don't give up on your kiddo. And just as I said, our toilet training data sheet is on the next page. So I created this data sheet to be as simple as possible for you guys to follow through and keep track of your data. So we're going to walk through this toilet training data sheet and we're going to fill it out together. So you're going to start by filling in the dates, and then you're going to move on to the time interval at the beginning of each toilet training. So fill in your date. It can be the day of the week or it could be actual full date, 11/11/2022. It doesn't matter, whatever keeps you on track. So remember, your first day, you're going to start at 10 minutes. So your first day, the time interval will be filled in as 10 minutes. Any other session, make sure you refer to the end time of the previous day to fill in that time interval. As you see on the next box, we have success and accidents. Just mark off if the toilet trip was a success or an accident. Understand that your child can have both a success and an accident. That's okay. Your child can start by having an accident in the kitchen and then finish in the bathroom by having a success in the toilet. That's okay. Just make sure you're marking down, was it a success, was it an accident, or was it both? Now, for each success and each accident, make sure you're marking off which trial it is. So for example, we are starting from day 1. The date is 11/11. Your time interval is 10 minutes because you're just starting. For the first 10 minutes, it was a success, so you're going to circle the 1. The next 10 minutes, it was another success, so you're going to circle 2 on the next one below. And lastly, we have trial 3, where it was another success, and you're going to circle trial 3, which means you get to go up in time to 15 minutes. And then I've included a box at the bottom saying end time. So at the end of your day of toilet training, mark what time you ended at. That way it's easy to refer back to for the next day. You can fill in your start time. I've also included reminders at the very bottom of the data sheet, just so you guys can keep yourselves accountable and stay on track. Remember, start the day at time interval ended on the previous day. After 3 successes or 3 trials without accidents, increase, and after 3 accidents, decrease. All right, now we're going to start talking about boys and toilet training. As boys, they have an extra step to toilet training. And that final step is standing up to void. Now, if you are comfortable with your kiddo always sitting to pee, that's okay. It is completely up to you, your child, and what works best for your family. But if you would like your child to stand and pee, we have some ways to teach that. So at the end of toilet training, or whenever both the parent and child are ready, begin teaching the boy to stand before peeing. There are 2 different ways that you can do this. So if there's a male available and is appropriate, such as like the father or an older brother or a male friend that you trust, have the male show the boy how to stand and void. So that could be the boy and the trusted male goes into the bathroom together and the male shows them how to stand up and pee, and then the boy can copy that behavior. Now, if there isn't a meal available, that's okay. What you can do is start having them stand to void. So rather than letting them sit, have them stand up and aim into the toilet. Now, again with boys, you have to wonder if they are able to aim. If they're not, there are tools and methods available to help your kiddos aim in the toilet. That way they're not spraying all over the bathroom. So one of your first options is you can physically assist with aiming. So that can be you holding your child's penis and aiming it into the toilet. That could be you holding your child's hands who's holding their own penis and having them aim into the toilet. If that's a little bit too uncomfortable for you, that's okay. We have other options that are hands-free. So what you can do is you can place a floating or flushable targets for the kiddo to aim at. One of the best examples is throw a little bit of cereal into the toilet and have your child try to pee on the cereal. That way they are aiming into the toilet and you're making the toilet training process for the boys fun. They have something to aim at. Another option is that you can purchase stickers like shown in the top image of an aiming spot. Try to see if your kiddo will aim in those spots so that way they're peeing in the toilet and again, not making a mess all over your bathroom. Another option is you can get the paper cups in the triangle shape. You can cut the tip off the paper cup. You can slide it over your kiddo's penis and have the child hold the cup and aim into the toilet. This gives them a bigger grip so that way they can hold on, and once they are aiming consistently and successfully with the cup, try removing the cup and see if the kiddo can still aim without it. Another option we have is we have handheld urinals, which is the picture on the far right side. With the handheld urinals, there is a grip so you can hold on to it. You have your child insert their penis into the cup and it flows out the bottom. That's a great opportunity for them to practice using urinals, as most homes do not have a urinal available. Okay, and now we have bowel movements and toilet training. Bowel movements and teaching bowel movements is going to look different than the urinary voids. So I've broken it down as simply as I can to increase your success with bowel movement voids. Now, step one is the same. Make the bathroom as fun as possible. Play music or videos, bring toys into the bathroom, provide praise and attention while the child is in the bathroom. Make the bathroom fun because you're going to be spending a lot of time in there. Step two is to teach the child to have a bowel movement in the bathroom. Now, what I mean by having them have a bowel movement in the bathroom is they just have to have that poop in the bathroom. They can do it with their pants on. They can do it with their diaper on. That's okay, but we need to teach them that the bathroom is a designated spot to go pee and poop. They can no longer crouch in a corner in the kitchen and poop in the kitchen. No, they have to start pooping in the bathroom, even if it's in their diaper. That's okay. Then after that, you're going to teach your child to take off their pants and have a bowel movement in the bathroom. Again, if they do it in their pants or they do it in their diaper, that's okay. You're still teaching them that they have to poop in the bathroom and they also have to take their pants off to poop in the bathroom. That's okay. Step four, you're going to teach the child to sit on the toilet and have a bowel movement. Again, wearing pants and diaper is still okay. You're trying to make the process of having a poop in the bathroom as easy as possible. By allowing your kiddo to continue to poop in their diaper, you're making the bathroom less scary and you're making it more fun and accessible for your kiddo to poop in the bathroom safely and comfortably. Step five, you can use their current diaper or their current underwear, or you can use underwear that is already frayed and getting damaged, or buy a very cheap set. Because what you're going to do is you're going to cut a hole in your child's underwear and / or diaper, have the child sit on the toilet for their bowel movement. And again, the underwear and diaper is still on, but the bowel movement will drop into the toilet. So they're sitting on the toilet with a big hole under their bottom, so that way when they do have that bowel movement, it falls into the toilet. Again, making the process of having a bowel movement on the toilet less scary. And then your last step is you're going to teach your child to take off their pants, take off their underwear, and sit on the toilet for their bowel movements. Now, with bowel movements, they don't occur nearly as often as voids do. That's okay. Understand that it may take longer for bowel movements to be completely trained and consistent. That's okay. The important part is that you're still focusing on bowel movements as part of the toilet training process. If your kiddo can pee in the toilet but they can't poop in the toilet, they're not toilet trained. They still have to finish pooping and peeing in the potty in order to use the bathroom successfully and independently. And of course, with bowel movements, we have to wipe after. Now, it is very common for children not to like wiping themselves following a bowel movement. That's okay. We're going to teach them some simple steps and procedures to promote their independence with wiping. So the teaching steps is the kiddo has to get toilet paper. Now, I don't have a limit on how many sheets of toilet paper they use. That is up to you and your family. Whatever works best for you and your family, use that. So if you like to use 4 sheets of toilet paper, great. Get your kiddo to get 4 sheets of toilet paper. If you do not care, fine. Just let your kiddo get toilet paper. If you're somewhere in the middle, that's okay. Just let your kiddo know exactly how much toilet paper they need to get. Once they have that toilet paper, you're going to have your kiddo wrap the toilet paper around their hand, either fold the toilet paper or bunch the toilet paper. It doesn't matter which method you use, just make sure it's important and relevant to your family. So if you prefer your child to wrap the toilet paper around their hand, great, use that. If you prefer your child to fold up the toilet paper, great, use that one. If you prefer your kiddo just to have the toilet paper and it's in their hand, they can wipe themselves, that is okay. Whatever works for you, your child, and your family. Now, after that, they're going to wipe between their butt cheeks. As straightforward and simple as it sounds. After they wipe between their butt cheeks, they're going to do a cleanliness check. If the toilet paper is dirty, then they're going to throw the toilet paper away and repeat the previous steps until clean. If they wipe between their butt cheeks and it's clean, then they're going to continue to step 5. Step 5, throw the toilet paper in the toilet. Step 6, flush the toilet. Step 7, pull up underwear and pants. And step 8, wash your hands. All right, so now we're at our summary. As a reminder, every toilet training experience looks different on everybody. Don't expect your toilet training experience to look the same with your other kiddos. Don't expect it to look the same as your toilet training experience did. It is completely independent and unique to the person being toilet trained. Make sure that you do personalize the toilet training experience for both yourself and your child. Throughout this presentation, I made sure to write everything very generically. That way you can input and modify it to be specifically tailored to you and your family. Now, if either the child or parent is unable to continue toilet training, that's okay. Take a break from toilet training until you're ready to start it up again. We understand that toilet training is a difficult task to take on. So if you're a couple weeks in and you're just not getting the success you want, or you're getting frustrated, your kiddo's getting frustrated, and nothing is helping, that's okay. Take a break. It's not that you're giving up on toilet training. You're going to try again when you're better prepared. Again, toilet training is unique to the people doing it. It's going to look different for everyone, and that's okay. Now, if you have any questions about any part of this presentation, please make sure you respond to the email and I will answer them as soon as I can. Alrighty, well, I hope this presentation helped and I hope you guys have a great success story with your toilet training procedure. As always, if you need anything, please reach out to me or Lindsay and we will reach out to you. Thank you.